Hello, friends! Welcome to our channel, Stories, Superheroes of Faith. Before we begin, hey, you watching this? Don't forget to subscribe, give us a big like, write to us if you want a story about your favorite saint, and check out our books on Amazon. Today, we're traveling very far back in time. Imagine with me, stone cities, dusty roads, busy markets full of colors, and ships sailing across the Mediterranean Sea. In that ancient world, almost 1700 years ago, lived a man so kind, so brave, and so generous that, over time, he inspired the one and only Santa Claus. Surprising, right? But before there were reindeer and sleighs, he was a great Christian bishop full of faith. His name was Saint Nicholas of Bari. Although, in his time, people called him Nicholas of Myra. And yes, he was a real person. He was born in Patara, in what is now Turkey. His parents were loving Christians who taught him to love God and to help others. When he was young, his parents passed away, and Nicholas inherited a huge fortune. Imagine having tons of money. What would you do? Buy candy, toys, a giant trampoline? But Nicholas did something amazing. He gave it all away. Yes, all of it, to help the poor, the sick, and anyone in need. And he always did it in secret because he didn't want attention. He wanted people to think of God's love. He later became a priest, then a bishop, and his acts of love became famous everywhere. Now listen to these incredible stories. There was a poor father with 3 daughters. They had no food, no money, nothing. Saint Nicholas decided to help them secretly. One night, he dropped a bag of gold through their window. The next night, another bag. And the third night, the father caught him. Imagine the surprise. Was it you? Saint Nicholas smiled and said, "Give thanks to God." And he left quietly, without applause. This is where the tradition of leaving secret gifts began, which later became Christmas. Saint Nicholas traveled a lot by ship. One day, a massive storm hit the boat. Huge waves, strong winds, lightning everywhere. The sailors cried out, "Saint Nicholas, help us!" Then something incredible happened. They saw Nicholas on the ship, glowing with light. He raised his hand, and the sea became calm. That's why he became the protector of sailors. A boy named Basilio was kidnapped by pirates. His family cried and prayed to Saint Nicholas. A year later, while Basilio was serving a cup in a faraway palace, a bright light surrounded him, and he appeared right at home, still holding the cup. His family shouted with joy. Saint Nicholas had interceded for him. 3 men were about to be executed for a crime they didn't commit. No one listened to them. But Saint Nicholas ran to the place, stood in front of the executioner, and shouted, "Stop! These men are innocent!" The judge checked the case and freed them. Saint Nicholas always defended those who couldn't defend themselves. Saint Nicholas of Bari was a true superhero of faith. He teaches us to share with love, help in secret, trust in God, protect the innocent, and be a light for others. And Santa Claus? Yes, he exists because Saint Nicholas's generosity became a joyful tradition. And you can be like him too. Every time you help, share, or pray, the spirit of Saint Nicholas lives in you. Friends, don't forget to subscribe, give us a big like, write to us if you want a story about your favorite saint, and check out our books on Amazon to keep learning. See you next time on Superheroes of Faith.